What is happening, gals and guys? Nick here, and we're back with more Grime. So, what was supposed to be a easy section actually turned out to be one of the worst here, because I can't remember how the hell we do this. We know we can dash once more, but I don't know how we're supposed to do this. I have done it before, but I can't remember. Is it jump, dash? There is a weird mechanic on when the dash actually refreshes. So if we go out here, we do that. Yeah, that's it. Is it always so close? Oh, we can just do that. Okay. Question is, how do we get down there? That is something I don't remember. Don't think there is a hidden wall or anything. Because we really need to get to that. Or do we sweep? Let's see here. No. So we should be able to do something like... Come on. Come on. This. Yeah. Do not think that is the way. No, I think we just need to commit to the same thing. Oh, that is so dumb. Well, I hope you enjoy seeing me fail for like 6 hours here. And there it doesn't respawn. If we jump beforehand, it doesn't respawn or refresh. Just don't know. That works. Ah, again. So annoying. You can see, you see it doesn't trigger the hover. Basically. Maybe maybe it's easier to jump. Okay. Here we go. Again. Doesn't... Oh, this is infuriating. Just made it through one of the hardest freaking platforming sections in the game. And then we get to this place and we can't even figure this out. Okay, here we go. Almost missed it. One acquired. This is so freaking annoying. Well, hopefully the rest isn't that bad. It probably is. Let me switch that over. Okay. Ugh. There we go. Those... Oh, we can just dash right through here. And this is kind of tricky as well. And That is very tight. You are not here. Not yet, but oh, you will be. Okay, that worked. Where are we at? We are there. Okay. Not sure I'm looking at it. I am having the map. I am having the map up here. Guess we need to go over there. And okay. Until then, I can't wait. Kin. Oh! So we got to communicate with kin trophy. I wonder why I didn't get this on my first playthrough. That's kind of weird. Just having a look at the trophies as usual. Communicate with kin, 90%. So I guess the final one here. Commune with child. Commune with kin. And get all the fetal pearls. You know what? I thought you got the commune with kin for actually defeating... No, that's part of another tree. Shit. Okay, then I really need to go back and get the all of the fetal pearls, because that is basically all I'm missing for 100% on that as well. So there's a lot of DLC trophies apparently. Huh. Okay, well that's cool, I guess. And that was probably the final thingy as well. And then we reached the very top. Yeah. Okay. Up here. I wonder if I skipped those. Because I do remember this. The visuals over here. It's the final one, right? Black hole of doom. Didn't really pay attention there, but I guess that figure was us. Cool. Alright, so that is the... well, I don't know if you can call it the true ending, as the vessel ending is a gold trophy, but yeah. Such an amazing game. Holy shit. This is peak Metroidvania. I'm so freaking glad I got this recommended to me by Robin. He played a demo quite a while ago, and I had a look at his footage, and it looked very interesting. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot. And I mean, it's so good from start to ending. And for being a Metroidvania, I mean, it's odd to say, but it is very free to roam around. Of course, you can't reach some of the areas early on because you don't have the necessary skills for it. But it's free enough for me to get extremely lost in the game. So when I went to Feaster's lair, I accidentally stumbled on the path to Childbed over here. Now I'm back to Feaster's lair. I actually roamed around here quite a bit before I went back, but I realized that this is probably a bit tough at the moment. When I was kind of low level, I guess. Went in here, completed Feaster's lair. Well, part of it, because every biome in this game is massive, except for maybe Gloomnest and Yrden. But once I was done with that, then you of course got the marker over here, I guess, in Childbed. So the natural thing was to head back in and start exploring. And then you got locked out pretty harsh once you reach this area over here. And you realize, hey, we're missing a skill here. And in fact, you were supposed to go over here instead and tackle the Carven Palace, which is a fantastic area. This is maybe one of my favorite ones because it blends the platforming with some very challenging combat over here. And yeah, what a game. Every single biome is so very well crafted, I must say. And I encourage you to go backtracking as well, like we mentioned previously. Still not sure about this, what we need to go do over there. Got a couple of minutes left. We might actually just teleport to Beyond the Barrier and check it out. Oh no, I know what it is. No, I don't. I take it back. I don't know what it is. Is there actually something up there? I mean, just for kicks, we can do that real quick. And then late game, something kind of... Well, a thing that bothered me actually made sense eventually. And that was the way to fast travel between zones early game is using the nerf passes, these, right? But once you go down to Childbed and you kill the Giant of Ice over here, I think this is Giant of Ice anyway, you get the ability to warp. And I was like, why do we want to warp when you can... why do we want to use the nerf passes now when you can warp? But if you look over here, okay, so we have a surrogate over here, so you can make your way up here. But they kind of act as other points to spawn out. This is kind of close as well, I don't know. But in some areas, it actually made sense. Because it was faster to use the nerve passes. Like to get up here, for instance, if you want to do that. Nerve pass is way faster. Now, I don't know, because you don't spawn from the nerve passes, so you still, if you die, you get thrown back. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of this completely wrong, but still felt out of place once you got the correct abilities. Something in the ceiling there. Oh, there is something up there. Okay. There's some very interesting builds you can do as well. Now, I mean, I settled for just using the daggers, and they kind of carried me all the way until I got the other daggers, which is these. I never felt there to be a reason, really, to switch out my weapon. But, I mean, I've seen some other players when I was scoping YouTube for, well, kind of ideas on how to get to specific places. And, I mean, they're rocking some other weapons I never thought about using. And I know Robin is very hard invested in the crab claw at the moment. He's doing a run of his own. Thing I can say though is that, I mean, you could grind for levels. I never felt like I needed to, even though you feel, and this is kind of something I like about the game, you feel very fragile even at the end. Now, if I should compare it to my first playthrough, yes, I was... Oh, it cheated me. I felt very, very, very strong in this playthrough for sure. Oh, we can do that. That's nice. Refuge droplet acquired. Okay, so we got that covered as well. The one over here, I think we already got. Yeah, I think that's a weapon. But yeah, speaking about that, the stats. So if you settle on using, say, an average speed weapon, that means it consumes more force. And if it is a strength and dex scaling, and this is even the resonance scaling, but mostly strength, but this is what would be considered a quality weapon, right? Where you split the scaling on strength and dex. So you do want to put points in both of those. And I'm not sure if this is gonna be... I mean, I guess you could have less points in strength and dex. I have 26 in dex. This will outclass my weapon when it comes to power. But mine is way faster. And I think the DPS is better on this one, honestly. And you can conserve your force way better. Because stamina or force management is key in this game. That and deflecting is definitely key. Because you run out of stamina so fast, or force, when you dash around, you jump and whatnot, and you eventually just... Oh shit, I'm dead. Oh, we can climb this. Is that a thing? Can you reach that? Yes, you can. Oh my god. Alright. Oh, of course, when you first come here, you don't have double jumps. You get that from the performer. Alright, so not much left except for the getting all the fetal pearls. So not gonna do this now. I'll do that on my own and get that trophy. But yeah, holy shit, what a game it is. Amazing. From start to finish, like I said. Extremely challenging game. Especially if you go in and do a wonky build at the start. My recommendation would always be to settle on one weapon, maybe two the most. I went with the starter daggers, these, and honestly, base damage on these are better than the other ones I have, but once you buff those, you get 100% more damage. So that is insane if you can get that off, and it helps in some areas as well. I wanted to play around with these though, especially the one that blows up. Is this the one you can detonate? Traits per stack. No. It's this one. Burst lantern. Yeah. So detonate all burst attacks. Damage increases significantly with higher stacks. So you basically use this and you do pop until you get it up to like an insane amount of stacks, and then you detonate it and you do massive damage. But yeah. One thing as well, I mean, these, they all definitely fill a purpose. This one worked best for me because I got a boost in force and in health. But I mean, you could just as well do force and maybe dex. I think there is a set that does that. This is health and force again. Force and dex, where do we have it? Here. So we could go with the formal set. I used this for a while, but the thing is that the one we have on now synergizes with both Flower Fighter and Leaper instead of just the Leaper, even though the Leaper is 30% in the other one and this is 18. I think this is better. And there's a couple of other sets that are kind of interesting, like this one. Increases mass gain if you're farming for levels, I guess. This one, just take 12% less damage. Also fantastic. Give you a boost in strength and health. What else was it? Take 50% more damage. So I mean, this is like the... Yeah, I know some Souls games have something similar to that. This one, gain additional ardor. Could be nice. What else was there? Servant. Yeah, I think those are the ones that stick out. Oh, this one. Heal for 2.5% of attack damage. This would probably keep you alive for quite a while. Also talking about the trait system. This I really liked. Especially because you can do some pretty interesting things with it. We don't see the traits here, right? Yes, we do. Increases maximum health by 20%. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Really, really good. Increases the absorb parry duration by 10%, so that's also very good. This one, though, increases force regeneration speed by 60%. That is massive. Hitting the backs of prey deals 25% more damage. Also very good. Repelling an attack damages the attacker. This one you could probably bring up quite a lot and do some insane amount of damage to bosses. This one, the gimmick one, very funny. Restores 25% of your total force on a successful absorb or repel. This one should probably have more points in it, but 20% is quite a lot. And reducing incoming damage is, of course, very, very powerful. What else did we have? Pulling an exposed enemy restores 35% of total force. Never saw that happening, but maybe it did. Increases all damage done by 30% for 3 seconds after pulling an enemy. Also very, very useful if you do deflects and pulling. And this one heals for 16% of maximum health on a successful absorb. This is what kept me alive for the most time, because I focused a lot on deflecting and absorbing. So very, very useful in boss fights as well if you can get that off, because it will bring back your health quite a lot. And the same one is like repelling will let you heal from weapon damage for the same percentage for a duration. So if you repel and you hit the enemy, you heal basically. Very, very useful. Maximum force by 10%, very good, but and we get the set bonus 18%. Very useful. Healing done using breath is increased by 15%, so yeah, that's a good one as well. You could probably ramp that up quite a lot and you can get your full health back, I think. But here we are. And this one, prevent death by sacrificing filled breath bars. Revive with 10% HP per breath bar. I think that came into play at a couple of times and saved my ass. But yeah. But anyway, that is GRIME for you. Insanely good game. And I know they have announced a GRIME 2, but that was a while ago, so I'm not holding my breath for that. But hopefully it will be a thing. I really hope so, because more of this will be much appreciated, I think. And to all the players that haven't played it, I really encourage you to try it out for yourself. It is insanely good. Music is banger, even though it bugs out at times, so it stops playing. I don't know if it's something to do with the looping of the soundtrack, maybe. But that will have to do. So that is it. Full playthrough of GRIME with the Platinum Trophy. So now I need to go back to Kazan and beat Ozma, because as I mentioned a couple of episodes back, I hurt my arm and I decided to play GRIME instead because it would be easier on my wrists and stuff like that. Don't know if that was true or the right call to do, but hey, it is what it is. But anyway, Ozma need to die. And for now, thank you gals and guys for watching. If you do enjoy the content, you know what to do. And as always, ci vediamo.